What's up, my people? Hang on, I gotta close the lights. All right, what is up, guys? What is up? How's everybody doing? All right, I'm gonna share the live stream with everybody. What's up, my baby? Sherry entered in the chat. What's up? What's up? All right, let me get this out there. Whoops. What? What? Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. But I don't understand. There we go, okay. But I don't understand. Tony! Wow, he's alive! That's, that's awesome. What's going on, bro? I might have to call you later. You've been MIA way too long in my life, bro. What is going on with that? What is going on with that, man? Alright. I'm just sharing out the live stream, guys. So people know that we're here. Oh, so you basically pulled his ear and told him, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense now. Oh, man. I missed you, Tony. I miss you, man. How is... Man, we will talk. I will call you after the live stream. All right? Sound good, man? Sound good? Let me know. Guys, this takes a little bit of time to get people in here and share it out. So I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in so we can finally chat a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised that you guys are in here because I mean, it does say Apple, and you guys haven't switched. I'm making a certain somebody switch eventually, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Just saying, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Wait. Excuse you? Boy, get out of here. Get out of here with that negative talk. That negative talk, Tony. Wow. How dare you come say that on my live stream, son? Wow. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, so let me pull up information here. Jessica, wifey, and my watch is going off. What's up, wifey? Hey. It might be the best to you, but it might not be to other people. Just saying. Okay? Let's get that. Let's get that straight right now. Um, uh, God damn it, man! I can't even spell today. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. All right, so this. Yeah. I'm just trying to find the thing that I want to talk about now. All right, guys. I had it, but it's gone. Man, what the hell? Let me go back here. All right. I gotta be specific. I hate that crap. Okay, here we go. So this is as this is from December 31st, New Year's Eve. I was gonna say New Year's Day. Do it. Share screen. Son of a bitch. Wow. You gonna allow it or what? Share. Thank you. You're so kind. You're so kind. When it wants to be. When it wants to be, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, cool. All right, so here we go. Everything Apple is releasing in 2026. iPhone Fold. Bruh. LLM Siri, which I'll explain that in a little bit. And low cost MacBooks. Hooray! Let's see. And more. Okay, so rumors are accurate, which take that with a grain of salt. 2026 is going to be a huge year for Apple. We're expecting the first foldable iPhone. Okay, the first foldable iPhone. Shawnee! I can't. I'm not gonna be a sportscaster, guys. What up, Shawnee? How you doing, man? All new home hub device, updated displays, and possibly an OLED MacBook Pro. Okay, so nah, bro. Listen, this is the last minute. You're good. You are good. This is a last minute decision. I only told my girl that I was going live and nobody else. And everybody just came. Well, obviously I sent it when I started the live, but that was pretty much it. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm not sure how I'm going to pull it off because I don't want my mom's personal information from her work to be in the video. But I do plan because she does have a I think that's a Dell laptop. And I do want to make a comparison video somehow. I'll figure it out. But anyway, because this just reminded me of how I tortured, and I'm not even kidding you guys, I tortured my eyes looking at my mom's laptop. Compared to mine, that was a joke. So so Apple will split its launches for the iPhones this year, introduce a low-cost MacBook and debut a much smarter LLM-based version of Siri, which I've already discussed. They are going to be working with Google Gemini. If you guys want to go watch that video, I'll have it linked somewhere. Or you can just go to the channel. And so in this guide, they've outlined everything. iPhones. All right, let's go. While we'll get a low cost 17E, which is the low budget between that they released between let's say iPhone 16 or I'm sorry, iPhone 17 and iPhone 18. So they released it like a couple months after the initial iPhone 17 Pros came out. This is going to be happening in early 2026 as well. So they say that's normally alongside iPhone 18 Pro models is supposedly being held to 2026. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 2027. Which means there won't be a standard 18 in 2026. September 2026 we'll see Apple launching the foldable iPhone and the Pro models only. So be prepared to spend some cash if you want a brand new phone in 2026. Now, this being said, y'all know how I roll. I go Pro or go no. Ever since the iPhone 12 Pro, I have always bought Pro phones with 6.1 inch display and 3 camera array. That's the way I go. An iPhone 17e is expected in 2026. It should have a refreshed design with slimmed down bezels and dynamic island instead of a notch, giving it more of a modern look that's more in line with the 17 Pro. Now, if it looks anything like this, I mean, I don't know. All right, y'all gotta stop with the Samsung talk. Get the heck out of here. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day with the iPhone 14. No, I'm sorry, the iPhone 4. 14. Yeah, okay. iPhone 4. This is it right here. In a newer look. And I can show you guys iPhone 4. iPhone 4 was the freaking best of the best. iPhone 4. Oh, you know what? Share this tab instead. Cool. This is what I'm referring to. Y'all see the similarity of that, right? Y'all see the similarity of that. Freaking crazy. So yeah. Going back though, another rumor says it'll have a slimmer bezel, no dynamic island. That's bullcrap. Because I've already heard it is going to have dynamic island, and it is not. It is not. So this is where this article goes wrong. It is not going to have the hole punch. It's still going to have dynamic island. And what I refer to, God damn it. When I say dynamic island, I mean the bar on top there. Um, Let me just see. God damn. Um, Sorry guys, I had to answer to one of the people in this chat right now. Um, so while the 16E did not include a magnetic ring to allow it to attach to MagSafe chargers, the 17E could include it. Okay, let me say this. Okay, all phones in 2026, whether you have an Android or iPhone, should have this MagSafe ring. What does it do? Well, okay, I gotta take this off. This is my desk charger. I unplugged it for this. Okay. Essentially, you put it in the back there, it sticks, it starts charging. That is what MagSafe is, for those who don't know. And like I said, I personally think that all phones should have it, just due to the fact that it helps if you do wireless charging, um, which most phones in 2026 can. Um, it just helps the phone stay in place. Having the magnets on the back of the phone and on the charger, it helps, like I said, stay in place and charge more efficiently. I have heard, I think the Google Pixels already have it. I know they've already implemented it in some of their cases. Um, and to everybody's comments over here about Samsung, Google Pixel, in my book. Sorry. If I were to refer an Android phone to anybody, it would definitely be Google Pixel. Just my thoughts there. Okay. Um. So going down. Okay. I love this, and I really hope it happens. Going down to iPhone 18 Pro models. Um, they'll look a lot similar to the iPhone 17s, but it says here, but there could be some changes to the display, thanks to new Face ID technology. That technology is supposed to go inside the phone, I've heard. I don't know. We're expecting the same 6.3 and 6.9 inch options with same bezels, display quality, and a rear camera setup with the camera plateau, which is what they're calling this right now. That's the camera plateau. They used to call it camera bump. I don't know the difference. It just for namesake purposes, I guess. Um, so Apple may have finally figured out an under screen Face ID. Hopefully, we'll see. So 2026 could be the year that Dynamic Island disappears. Again, I've heard yes, I've heard no. We'll have to see what happens. Rumors suggest that the Face ID components will be under the display. Okay, that's another thing I want to say. If you're not using Face ID, which I know for a fact that most of the Samsung phones have now, what the hell are you doing? I get it. It's easier to use Touch ID. It's some people don't have their phones with any kind of biometric passcode or anything like that. In that case, I say, what the hell is wrong with you? Much love to everybody here, not trying to say anything, but, you know. Um, so, yeah, rumors suggest that Face ID components will be on the display, but there will be a hole punch camera cut out at the top left. Again, I don't see Apple doing that, but this is just rumors and, speculation. So it will be noticeably different look compared to 17 Pro models. And if the dynamic island is indeed going away, there'll be some loss of functionality. Yeah. Rumors suggest iPhone 18 Pro Max could slightly be thicker than iPhone 17 Pro Max, and also a chance Apple could use frosted glass material for MagSafe charging area to reduce the two-tone appearance between glass and aluminum frame. Rumored color options include the burgundy, brown, and purple. But Apple is expected to choose just one to go along with more traditional colors like silver, which I really hope so. They completely, and I mean completely, got rid of the um that stone color like I have for this phone. I'm going to, goddamn, they got rid of this color, which I hate because all of my iPhones have been this color. I have not gone out of it. So I don't know what I want for next color. It could be one of these. Maybe that red. If they indeed have that red, I might go for it because I love red, especially that color right there. So we'll see what happens, I guess. Okay. Oh my god. People are. Oh, that's Instagram. Never mind. I thought people's messages from earlier were starting to come now on my computer. Because that happens a lot too. So, let's see. So, like I said, all that. With 18 Pro models, Apple is expected to introduce the first chip built on a new 2 nanometer node, the A20. With an updated process, the A20 chip could lead up to 15% faster than the 19, up to 30% more power efficient, perhaps leading to battery life improvements. Apple is also rumored to be implementing a new packing technology. Not sure what that exactly means, but Apple currently uses an SoC that integrates the CPU, GPU, neural engine, secure enclave, and other supporting components like the image signal processor onto a single die, but RAM is a separate chip that's stacked on top of the SoC during packaging processes. If the A20 is upgraded, RAM will be added to the wafer level before the wafer level is cut into chips, instead of the packaging level. I don't know what any of that means, but okay. Good luck, Apple. I know the outside. I don't know things of the inside of technology. Wish I had got that far. Um, the 18 Pro models will continue to feature a triple lens rear camera setup with wide, ultra wide, and telephoto lenses, but the main wide angle lens could get an upgrade. Rumors suggest Apple will add a variable aperture, which could allow users to control the amount of light that's hitting the lens for better performance in low light conditions and more control over depth of field. All prior iPhones have had fixed apertures. That would be good. I mean, that for the camera sounds amazing, and I cannot wait to see what happens. Um, Although I am thinking of upgrading this year to the 17 Pro. I want to, at least. Maybe I'll wait for the 18 Pro and then decide. But um, Apple might tweak the camera control button, but I can't talk. Um, Eliminating the swipe-based touch gestures and haptic feedback. It is easy to accidentally change image parameters when taking the photo because of the camera control button swipe controls. Abso-freaking-lutely. I've heard a lot about that. It stinks. Just saying. So Apple added a setting to disable the swipe functionality in iOS 26 after user complaints, but the button might be better off without it. iPhone 18 Pro could get Apple's C1X modem or an upgraded C2 modem that supports millimeter wave 5G. Current iPhone 17 Pro models use Qualcomm modems, but Apple is ready to expand its in-house modem technology to the entire iPhone lineup. The N1 networking chip with combined Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and Thread is expected. Now here comes the good part, guys. Okay, iPhone Fold. A lot of people have asked me if I would get a foldable phone. My thing, okay, and you guys tell me what you guys think in the comments and in the chat, whatever. My thing is, if I wanted something like a tablet, I would just get a tablet. I don't need to worry about the hinge getting broken and this and that. That's all money that I could be saving with a slab like this, a chocolate bar, as I like to call it. Okay, that's just my opinion about that. First foldable iPhone is on track to launch in September 2026, coming 7 years after Samsung released its first foldable smartphone. Naming hasn't been announced, but rumors have taken to calling it iPhone Fold. Kind of, how do I put it? I don't know, smart. Like, what else are you gonna call it? That's like yeah. Apple is going to, with a book style design. Now this is exactly why I wouldn't get a foldable. It is because it would look like this, and I prefer something like this. Flip phone. 20. Oh my God. 2026. Okay. Images. I personally would hope for. Now, this is only a mock up, but I would go for this. Sorry, not sorry. That's what I would go for. Okay. Oh, I stopped sharing the screen altogether. That is not what I wanted to do. Wow, nobody of my tech people are here tonight. What is up? I sent it to people. All right. Apple's going with a book style design, so the iPhone Fold will open and close like a book. When the display is open, it will be a 7.6 inch. When it's closed, it'll be 5.3. It's said to look similar to iPad mini when it is unfolded, and it will use OLED display technology. Apple's prioritizing thickness. Wow. And so the foldable iPhone could be just 4.5 when it's open, making it Apple's thinnest device by far when it's closed. Now going on to iPads. I gotta answer these messages, guys. 1 second. People are going crazy on me. Jesus. Oh my God. So, okay. The 12th generation iPad could come out in the spring of 2026, likely around March. These are no changes expected for the design, but it'll continue to have an 11-inch edge-to-edge display, Touch ID side button, USB-C, and thicker bezels on the other iPad options. That makes sense. If I was not skipping any words, you know. The next low-cost iPad is expected to have Apple's A19 chip, which is the chip Apple used for iPhone 17s. It is built on a 3-nanometer process, and it will offer major speed and efficiency, goddamn, improvements over the A16 that's in the current models. A16 chip that Apple used in 2025 does not support Apple Intelligence, but the A19 does. Yeah, where did Jess go? Wow. Okay. I mean, I get it. All this stuff is boring, but you guys like to support me, so so where was I? So that will mark a major update for Apple's affordable tablet. The 2026 model should be able to support Apple Intelligent features that are unavailable with the 2025 models. A19 also offers hardware accelerated. I can't talk tonight, guys. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. Ray tracing and similar features for the improved gameplay. The 11th generation iPad has 6 gigs of RAM, but Apple will need to bump it up to 8 gigs for Apple Intelligence. It is unusual for Apple to use such new chip in its most affordable device, but the company may want to ensure that iPad is able to keep up with all Apple Intelligence features coming in 2026. iPad Airs around March April timeline, no design changes, but we can expect 11-inch and 13-inch options. It'll get the M4, so on and so forth. You guys get the drift. What up, iBonnie? You're late. What up? Along with okay, let's go to the Macs now because this is where it gets really good. Okay, Apple is going to release a low-cost MacBook in 2026 with the device set to be more affordable than the $999 MacBook Air. With affordable notebook, Apple is aiming to better compete with cheap Chromebooks and Windows PCs. Apple analyst Min-Chi Kuo believes that the low-cost MacBook will have a display that is around 13-inch in size. MacBook Air has a 13.6-inch display, so the more affordable MacBook could be slightly smaller. It's sounding like Apple won't be too far off from 13-inch MacBook Air, though. There are no details on how thick it'll be, but Apple probably won't prioritize a thin design for a machine optimized for a low price. Since the MacBook Air can run fine with M-series chips and no fan in the enclosure that's 0.44 inches thick, there are no reason for MacBook to be thicker than that. Completely agree. The low-cost MacBook will have a standard LCD display with no LED technology or promotion refresh rate. It could come in bright colors like the iMac, with quotes suggesting Apple will offer it in silver, blue, pink, and yellow. I know many people will love that. Apple is planning to use the 18 Pro chip in the MacBook. We first saw 18 Pro in the iPhone 16 Pro models. The chip is built on the second generation 3 nanometer processor, featuring 8 gigabytes of RAM and support for Apple Intelligence. It's fast and efficient. We all knew that. So I'll have a link to everything to this article in the description down below. I want to talk about this though, guys. This is what I want to talk about. Okay, the device that has an all design display. Okay, this is the how do you say it? The next step for Apple's HomePod. This is really what I would love to have at my house. With a 7-inch display, it's said to be smaller in size and shape to 2 iPhones placed side by side, but Apple is designing 2 variants. The first version is designed to be mounted on a wall, while the second version has a speaker base, that looks similar to HomePod Mini and can be placed on a desktop or countertop. The hub will have its own operating system. While there won't be an app store, Apple apps will be available as widgets. Yo, where are you guys coming from? I'm like almost done with this live stream. Wow. The Home Hub will have its own operating system, while there won't be an app store. Yeah, I read that. Built-in sensors will be able to determine if someone is near the hub, and the features displayed will change based on presence. Wow. You were here the whole time. Where? I didn't see you. Just saying, hi, Bonnie. Did you talk or no? Presence detection will be enable features like turning on lights when someone enters a room, and it may also be to tell one person from another. The Home Hub will play music, and it does have a camera that can be used for video calls. Touch-based interactions will be available for widgets, but the hub will heavily be reliant on SIRI, because I'm not going to be activating anybody's. Just saying. Um, it could have a personal look on the hub, with one design described as version of the Mac Finder icon. While screen-based smart home devices like the Echo Show are available for under $200, Apple could price the Home Hub around $350. Kind of, you know, kind of obvious, because we have the first HomePod that came out was the same price, or maybe even more expensive. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. But price could vary for the version with the speaker base and the wall-mounted version without it. HomePod Mini, guys. Now this right here. HomePod Mini is set to launch and could launch in early 2026. HomePod Mini 2 will get updated 5 series chip based on the S10 chip, and will be new color options. We haven't heard any other features that could come to Apple Smart Speaker, but no design changes are expected. Now, this isn't really up my alley, but AirTag 2, hopefully, we'll see. Supposedly isn't getting a new design, but updated ultra wideband. Leaked Apple code suggests it will get improved pairing and detailed battery level reporting, and improvements to tracking AirTags that are moving in crowded places. Awesome. Apple security camera. Guys, if Apple were to get, I've always said this. I can't even believe I'm reading this, because we have heard nothing about this. Okay. But I've always said this. I think it would be a smart idea for Apple and Samsung to develop this, because Google already has it and so many other companies already have it. Why doesn't Apple? Why doesn't Samsung? If they came to this market, so many people would buy these products. And I mean, to Bonnie's point. But us Apple users, for the most part, don't care about pricing. Rumors suggest that Apple is designing its own indoor security camera that will connect to HomeKit and interface with the planned Home Hub. Cameras designed directly by Apple will offer a unique integration with Apple devices and would offer greater privacy than competing devices, because of Apple's dedication to privacy and security. Yep. And that's why I prefer Apple. I mean, yeah, they probably do scam us a little bit with the whole privacy stuff, but still, I mean, I think it's a little bit safer than most companies out there. Um, let's see. Wearables. Apple could introduce smart glasses as soon as 2026. Plus, we're expecting a new Apple Watch model as well. Cool stuff, guys. Really cool stuff. I'll have a link down in the description. I will be working on an iOS 27 video sometime this week, so stay tuned for that. Guys, thank you guys for hearing me out, coming on, supporting me. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. I'm not